P yellow.
There he is.
Yellow, P yellow.
Oh, there you are. You hear me?
I can hear you.
The headphones
Feels good.
good for you?
Mm-hmm.
You too, Ed?
Feels good.
Cool.
Nice.
Have we been recording this whole time?
I'll do that a lot. Just kind of start. We just, it just kind of starts. Not a big greeting or welcome to the, I don't know, what is it? Oh, the Bike Shop Society podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to
Welcome to the Bike Shop Society podcast.
Bienvenidos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it just kind of starts. So I hit record and then it starts and, if it sucks right at the beginning, I clean it up and but if it,
Keep it going.
sometimes there's some really interesting stuff that's said.
Yeah.
There's fun stuff. So
It's good for the B-roll, the sizzle reel.
So
Mhm.
do you guys like do you guys just shoot it all the way through, or do you guys like cut it? Like if I say something that's like out of pocket or politically incorrect, are you gonna cut it? Or
Depends.
it's live?
It depends. I tell people before they come in that I don't do any editing.
mhm.
Uh-huh.
And unless they like say someone's name or something egregious that they share that
Uh-huh.
is like very personal,
What if I say someone's address?
I'd cut that.
Mhm.
Like a cell phone number or an address or a name, something that outs someone who is peripheral to the podcast, I cut.
Okay, so now I do have to clean all of this up a little bit because the listeners to my podcast are like, what are they talking about? All right, so first I'll introduce everyone. I've got to my left, I've got Ed.
Hello. Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you, Ed?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm not gonna say the White House's address.
And, and to my right, I have Charlie. How you doing, Charlie?
What's up, Joe? How are you?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for hosting us. We're here at in Charlie's sweet loft in Pilsen, Chicago. So people familiar with Chicago, we're in Pilsen, man. One of the hot neighborhoods in all the city.
Yeah, this is home. It's been home for a little bit now. I love it.
It's beautiful here.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlie has beautiful loft, but he also hosts a podcast or YouTube channel. What is it? It's a podcast and YouTube channel. What is it?
There's three pieces of content that I work on
Mhm.
largely. The podcast serves as a long form podcast. I also have a short documentary series,
Mm-hmm.
which is sort of peripheral to that, with similar guests. And then I also have an educational art program called the Art Assignment.
Really? I didn't know you
And-
had all these. So where's the art assignment? Is that on?
They all live separately, but I dump them all on my own channel.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as there's a better production budget, I'll get them sorted out properly on the website, my website, and the respective YouTube channels. But for the meantime, they all live under my name on YouTube, Charles Henry.
Charles Henry. So that's the channel. If you're there, if somebody wants to know
Mm-hmm.
what Charlie looks like or what he does,
Mm-hmm.
Charles Henry or Charlie Henry?
Charles Henry.
Charles Henry. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
The Eastern European ladies are gonna love it.
Yeah. Oh, and then to my left, I've got Ed, who's also he has his own creative outlet. What is it, Ed? Come on.
My creative outlet?
Yeah, you've got
What do I
TikTok channels,
Oh.
Instagram.
yeah, man. I just like
things going on, right?
My presence on social media is just me, pretty much just fucking around.
Yeah, but I mean, what
You know what I mean?
You have a theme to one of
I
your
got some
channels,
themes. It's
right?
like not very organized or anything, but
Uh-huh.
I do have I treasure hunt in Chicago.
See, when you say it out loud,
It sounds so stupid. It does, but you know what, man? It's fun, man.
Oh, I
I'm
know,
just
you have fun
enjoying.
with-
I'm enjoying the outdoors.
Look, it's a hobby that you. I mean, it's a hobby that you have, but I do believe that documenting it and just the process of like being on camera and having to edit stuff and post, and it's good practice for whatever
yeah.
you do. I mean, I think even the screwing around that we do at the bike shop sometimes on the with Instagram and some of the video stuff that I do, I figure it's dual purpose. I get to there's a little bit of you get to play with your creative side with just the actual mechanics of posting and editing and all of that, and promote the bike shop. I guess these days you need a presence on
Yeah,
social media. You have to have it, at the very least. And why not make it interesting as opposed to just posting a Cannondale video or another boring, just there's a lot of really horrible stuff out there that I see from bicycle shops.
Yeah.
I mean, not horrible, but I mean, they're nothing very creative, right? It's just a sales banner or a, 4th of July sale.
Yeah,
Or-
cheesy stuff.
Or they just like retweet stuff that the bike company sent them,
I'm just going to say it. I don't find it entertaining.
No, there's nothing entertaining about it. It's all salesy, so it's I don't know. I mean, if I'm going to use Instagram, at least I'm going to try to be, I don't know, try to be entertaining, I think, or at least post something
I
interesting.
think that was the original. I don't know if that's the original goal of it. I think it was made for photographers or something. But why not be entertaining?
Well, these days you have to be somewhat entertaining to stand out.
Yeah, and if you're going to be, we're all like default consumers anyway. You might as well be adding to the creative pool.
Right.
Be a creator as well.
Right. There's two types. There's the either consumer or the producer. of it.
Creator or
The creator.
producer, sure. I figure it's healthy to do both.
Yeah.
Have one foot in both camps. I love when I'm on Instagram. I get sucked into an Instagram fucking, endless scroll cycle. And it's like, oh shit, I'm being like, these are just advertisements I'm watching.
You're doom
Yeah,
scrolling.
yeah,
Yeah.
Everything. Like, yeah, these are people I admire, or like, or follow, but like, they all want me to buy their fucking t-shirt or their hat, like, at the end of the day. So,
Right.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it really is. It is that, but the really good ones do it in a way where you're not even offended by it.
oh yeah, you're happy to get it.
Yeah,
And you're happy to watch it. Yeah.
yeah. And sometimes, I mean, you actually go and look for it.
Yeah.
or like see what that. It's like, oh, this is kind of
What
interesting.
is that?
Yeah.
Is that the entertaining part that gets you hooked, or what do you think that is?
I think the fact that it reaches through to me,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, this is really well done.
Okay.
I got sucked in because I'm, kind of like Charlie just said. It's like you go into it aware that's what's being done, yet you still get sucked in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? By the good ones.
Who's your favorite?
Well,
Who's
I
your
mean,
favorite?
I don't
Who's your favorite, Charlie?
McDonald's. I
Who?
fucking love McDonald's, dude.
McDonald's?
really
Yeah.
McDonald's does a good job. I don't follow them.
I don't follow them on
What are they
Instagram
posting?
either, but that's kind of my default. Like, McDonald's is the most badass American, like,
Coca-Cola is right there.
Coca-Cola, like, as
Yeah,
far
bro, I
as
thought you guys were talking about like influencers or something, or like someone
they're
that you like to
influencers,
watch.
man. Ray Kroc, you seen that Ray Kroc movie? You seen the movie,
Mhm.
The Founder?
Oh yeah, that's a great movie.
Dude,
No, I haven't.
One of my
it's
favorites.
the story of the founder of McDonald's, man.
Yeah, man.
Persistence is omnipotent.
And so right around this time, I imagine, whoever's still listening to the podcast is wondering, like, so what do these guys have to do with Bike Shop Society? Where's Danny? Your usual co-host. Danny's not. He wasn't available tonight. He's working. Plus, we're working on something else.
Mhm.
So they were at they had a different assignment on the Saturday when we got together. But more importantly, you guys both worked at the bike shop. You worked at my bike shop.
Yes.
So we have actual bicycle shop ties. Besides you guys being off and running in your careers, you both spent some quality time at the bike shop. So
Some formative years, no doubt.
yeah, so this is not just some loosey goosey, have two cool guys on the podcast. Like,
Oh no, yeah, we know each other.
you guys are actually from the society. You're from true bike shop society members. Like deep. And so in the last year, I think we started reaching out to Charlie in the last 6 months or year. I don't know. We had never really lost contact, but Charlie was. Do we go back? Let's go back to the beginning, okay?
Oh my God.
To the
So-
beginning.
Well,
beginning.
I mean, the
Dun,
beginning,
dun.
the beginning, which has ties to why we got together to broadcast today, right? To
How this
podcast
all
today.
started?
Yeah.
It started. We all met. Well, I went down to the Naked Ride with Charlie.
Yes.
This was probably 2016, maybe
Something like
15?
that, yeah.
I mean, it was a while ago, and it was you, Charlie. Who else? Was there anybody else from the shop there that year, or was it just you and me?
It might have just been me and you, because we
Uh-huh.
went kind of late, kind of last minute, kind of
Yeah.
impromptu almost.
Mm-hmm.
I forget, though. There might have been other people there.
There may have, but
Yeah.
they don't count.
I don't
'Cause,
know.
I mean, really, all the action started when we ran into one of Charlie's friends, Ed.
Yeah, trouble.
Oh man, it wasn't trouble. It was it was actually
fun.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
That night. I'm like, oh yeah, party animal.
Yeah, man, I was a party animal.
You were kind of raging at that time,
Yes, I was.
which is awesome.
Yep.
You know?
Had,
I know the look. I know the. I mean, I lived those. I was 26 working in a bike shop or whatever that is.
probably had like cut off jeans on.
Mhm. T-shirt. Some
How old were you? Like
bicycle.
6-7 years ago?
Oh man, 20 what? No, that
4?
wasn't 6-7 years ago. Was it
Yeah,
24?
well, yeah.
Mhm.
2016, man. At least 7 years ago.
Wow, yeah, it was like 24.
Damn,
Mhm.
Not
a
even.
little baby.
Oh
Yeah.
man, 24. I remember clearly.
That means I was 22. How old am I now? Yeah, like 22, 23.
Wow,
Fuck,
man, oh man.
crazy.
And I was. So when I was 22, well, I mean, since 17, I've been in a bike shop. So
Yeah.
22, I can tell you. I was at a bike shop called Turin,
Mhm.
downtown Chicago, right at North Pier, which is now, I don't know what they call it, River East or something. It's just east of Navy Pier.
I have a vivid memory of you showing me the concrete floor.
Oh yeah,
Us
That was
riding
Naked
past.
Bike Ride.
Was that the same night?
That was the same night.
is that the same
We were-
night? Yeah,
Yep.
we rode over there, right?
Yep. I had a bottle of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
We rode around all night.
That's right. Yeah, when I met you, you were waving a giant bottle of Jack Daniels around or
Something.
something, and I'm like, you're like, you want some? I'm like,
It was good
"Sure."
though, man. It wasn't like bad stuff. It was like
No,
Crown
no,
Royal
no,
or
it was,
something.
it was good. It
Yeah.
was
Whatever a 23-year-old thinks is good whiskey.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was happy to find you on the ride. So yeah,
Right. Hey man, it wasn't bad. It was like top shelf stuff.
it was all right. It was all
It was
right.
decent.
Mhm, it was decent.
It got us pretty
Not
pretty
that
lit.
quite honestly, not that it would have mattered at all. What
No, it
was.
wouldn't have.
At that point, I was down for having whatever. I was in one of those moods where it's like, yeah,
That was a
sure.
long night because we stopped at Jewel and we got sushi.
No, we didn't stop at Jewel. We went to Chinatown and had
No,
sushi.
but
We got it. Didn't we
remember
get
that?
Yeah, we got like grocery stores.
Jewel,
like,
on the steps. We sat on the steps.
outside. It was right
Yeah.
on Halsted and
Must have been famished and needed.
yeah, we
We
were.
were. Yeah, it was a long ride. It was like
It was fancy grocery store sushi though. It was one of those fancy like
it was like
you know,
it was a
market.
heart-shaped platter.
Damn, we ate all that?
Yeah, we ate that.
Yeah,
well,
with our just dirty.
was that
hands.
after? Was that the after party?
I don't know. It might have been before.
Because then after that we went.
No, there was a little moment. There was a break there because that after party went later after that. I
Okay,
think.
and then we went to Chinatown.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame this
Oh, that's right. We did. Wait a second. I completely blanked. On the way home, we went to Chinatown.
we went to Chinatown and we went to a hot pot place. Remember?
And they were pissed, dude.
Yeah, they were pissed.
It's like 3:15 in
I
the
love
morning.
it though. You know what though? That's
Closes.
when you know it's gonna be good food, man. Because
It's whatever's left in the pot at the end of the
Yeah.
fucking day.
oh
Like,
man,
give us that. Whatever you got.
man, I got the duck soup. I was like 3 a.m. Like I ordered like the most complicated thing, duck soup. Like this motherfucker got duck soup. And Charlie just got. What'd you get? Like
Some fried rice or something easy.
yeah. And what'd you get, Joe?
I have no idea. Probably some
You kept
sort
on
of
telling me,
steak.
like, is that good? And I'm like, yeah. And you're like, you know what? Next time you should just, when you go someplace like that, you should just order it for everyone. Just order it for everyone and don't tell them. Just tell them to eat it. It was really good. And it hit the spot because we were drunk
Mhm.
Oh,
and kind of high. And we just, that soup.
Yeah,
duck
just what you need.
soup, huh?
Yeah, duck soup, dude. Try it.
Man. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that to the restaurant. Not at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock in the morning.
We were the last ones there, right?
Oh yeah, they were all waiting for.
Oh,
I forgot that it was at a moment there. I forgot it was so late. We were just like hanging out, or I was just like,
yeah. And then you
Sitting
guys had
there.
to open the shop the next day. And what was I doing at that time? Was I working at a hospital?
I don't know what the fuck you were doing then. You were doing some
I
shit.
think I was working at the hospital.
You were working at a hospital. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That part
maybe.
of your career.
2016.
Maybe, yeah. I used to work the kitchen. at a
I thought you were doing like bike and roll.
Oh, it might have been bike and roll.
Yeah.
Were you at Bike and Roll at that time? I don't remember.
Yes, you know what? You were correct. I was at bike and roll, and I was moving back to the suburbs, and I was like, and
Were you living in Marina Towers at the time?
Yes.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
you just broken up with a girlfriend or something, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh
That's
yeah.
right. It's the old
Yeah,
breakup.
what's a naked
Oh
break,
man,
right?
you're leaving your apartment, your sweet apartment in the city, and your hot girlfriend.
Man.
It's all right, man. It happens. If you live life right, that happens.
I don't remember who that was,
Maybe even more than once.
but I don't think I liked her very much.
I didn't end up liking her very much either. She
Yeah,
was
fair enough.
God, I hope she's doing good, but yeah.
Yeah, whoever
Really?
that.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good
Whatever.
breakup or a bad breakup or what was it?
Oh, it was bad.
Dramatic.
bad, huh?
Dramatic.
Dude.
Like kicked you out of your house type.
Oh
of bad?
no, not like that. It was bad. Like it was just bad. Like we hated each other. We were bitter with each other.
Really?
Yeah, we were bitter. We were like resented each other.
You should text her.
I should text her
Yeah,
for what?
just ask her how
I
she's
think she
doing.
texted me, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I got a random text from someone and it said, "I wish I was better to you" or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
man.
And I
could be anyone.
I sent. Yeah, I didn't have the number saved, so I took a screenshot. I sent to my girlfriend like, "Hey, what is this? So you send this?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, I thought she was messing with me.
Thought she was trying to loop you in. On
Yeah, like what the hell, Oh, you wish you were talking to that girl. No, but it wasn't like that. I was like, that's probably spam. She's like, yeah, it's definitely a sales thing. But
Yeah, you're like, okay.
sales messages do not pour their hearts out to you.
That's
It's not like that.
So I think it might have been her. I don't know.
Oof.
So
Yeah.
Mm.
but yeah, naked bike ride we met.
Yeah.
And that's how all this started.
Right.
It did. It all started there.
Yeah.
It all started there. It all started with that visiting the bike shop. Then
I was already working in bike shops since I was like 15,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had bike shop experience.
which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I probably asked you to come and work a day or hang
You wanted
out.
to see,
or,
you did the pretty much the basic interview. You're like, hey, this needs to be fixed. Fix it.
fix it.
There's
I'm
much
like,
interviewing.
okay.
Yeah, you're just like,
I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I got no questions to ask. Here, fix this.
And then you go and look at it, and if you like it, you wanna.
I'll give you more.
Yeah, exactly.
See what else you can do. Let's see if he knows how to put pedals on a bike. Let's see
Yeah.
if he can fix a flat. So I mean, you just kind of throw things at people and just see what they're able to do.
I didn't realize, because I was always kind of pretty good with my hands, but like when working at a bike shop, I realized like a lot of people aren't good with their hands.
most people are not.
So I did not know that,
Mm-hmm.
and like it was always interesting, like when new people wanted to come and work.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh man, like cool, we got a new person to come work, but like they just didn't know how to like move their hands with like a screwdriver or like how to use two wrenches or something. So it's like it was kind of almost watching like a baby walk.
We're not given much working in a bicycle shop. You don't have, but the ability to like whatever, to use tools
Yeah, we're pretty handy.
and like come in and fix something for a damsel in distress
Yeah.
comes in really handy.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like,
There's perks to it.
yeah, I'll cook you dinner, and you're just like, all right, yeah, I'll come over and hang that shelf, and you can cook me dinner.
You can't see my eyebrows moving,
Right.
but they're moving.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be, useful in that way.
Well, you're in your 20s, it's fun. It's what you're supposed to do, I think. When you're young is like, I mean, that's kind of I know these days you just get on a nap and say, hey, what's up? And then you just meet a girl at the bar and hook up. But back in the day, you had to work for it a little bit. It's like you had to go install a lock, hang bring your level out and hang a poster or something on her wall.
Fix a girl's carburetor
Put a new
back in the day.
faucet
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, a leaky faucet.
Oh,
Yeah.
leaky faucet, classic.
Oh
leaky
yeah,
faucet.
come on. In IKEA, you guys
Oh, an
were at the
IKEA
height
build.
of
That's what we got to do. Like, yeah. Oh, can you
IKEA
come-
builds?
Can you
Oh.
build this IKEA thing for me?
I didn't have that as a youngster.
Fuck those IKEA things.
Yeah,
Dude, yeah.
so I barely had Home Depot when I was, at that age.
Barely.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you guys have? Just Menards and
Home
Ace?
Depot used to be open 24 hours, and one of the first Home Depots to open was the one on North Avenue.
Mm.
And what would you do after partying till like
Uh,
4 or 5 o'clock in the morning?
Go to Home Depot.
Go buy a fucking miter saw.
That was like back in the day, like 24-hour Walmart.
It was a novelty. It was like what's
Yeah.
open at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
what was their justification for doing that? Contractors just working 24 hours?
Never
Yeah.
know when an emergency needs
Never
a
know.
repair.
when
They
you're
all
gonna-
did. Like the one on Cicero Avenue by
Mhm.
Fort City,
Mhm.
24 hours.
That's wild.
24 hours, man. I mean, you go in there and it was It was an interesting scene at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning because you'd be running into like people that were actually going out to do real work, and then there'd be like two girls holding their shoes, like and you too, right? You're just in there, just blasted, and just walking around staring at things at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Imagine being a contractor back in the day, like
Yeah. Then you run into like somebody who's really going to work
or using the buckets to throw up in and stuff.
Oh,
Crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was like a real thing. Specifically the one on North Avenue. It was almost like a hangout place after the clubs because it was in the middle of the zone at that time.
Did they have the hot dogs?
Crowbar was
that
down
time?
the street. Yeah. They had
So they were open?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember if they were open or not. But
It's upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're in.
So it's not?
Oh. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Chris?
Chris, how you doing, man? Good, man. No, you're good. You're
This
part
is
of the show now.
a very impromptu thing.
Mm-hmm. This is the Bike Shop Society podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Ed. Ed.
Yeah.
Come hang out.
Yeah. Just say hi, because otherwise it's gonna seem weird.
Yeah.
Like we're just making it. You can get up on the mic.
Come say hello.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Where you coming from?
Just making some music with some friends.
Oh, nice, man.
Very cool.
Yeah. How'd it go?
It went pretty well. We were working on this, kind of wrapping up this EP
Oh, nice.
with some friends of ours. So yeah, it's been really cool.
It's nice to start finishing the project, huh?
Yeah, it really is.
Gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely.
Good, man. You still got all your friends that you started with?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Lucked out.
Yeah. Cool, man. All right. Good luck.
Later.
Absolutely.
So that's Chris. That's Charlie's roommate here at the loft.
Mm-hmm.
Surrounded by all sorts of creative people, man.
Yes. Living in a creative
The creative zone.
zone. Yes.
No, that's why I'm down
You in
here.
your zone here? Do you feel like
In my zone. So I've sort of just pieced some things together in the recent weeks about this like 4-block stretch of 21st Street here.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be maybe it might be verbose to say that the only thing this can compare to is like Greenwich Village in the 60s. The people living on this block who have met and pieced together who they are and where they live and the proximity to each other, it's almost like that.
Is it has a real feel to it down here. I was telling Ed on the way down, like just driving around the neighborhood, I've partied in a lot of houses around here back in the day. I have friends that lived in the neighborhood, and I've just seen a lot of things happen in and around this neighborhood specifically, like this little stretch around here.
Yeah.
Even the fabric place, you live next to the outlet.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
The discount textile outlet.
Yeah. That place is a scene, man, in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you can spend a day in there easy.
It's an institution, and I didn't realize how well known it was.
Oh yeah, it's an amazing place.
Yeah,
it's an amazing place just for textiles and like scrap textiles and like
foam and sequins and you fucking name it.
You name it, man.
Yeah.
And you like
Really?
I imagine like somebody that makes costumes or something like that for theater. I mean, they must live in that place. If they're in Chicago.
I thought it was insignificant, but now I use it as a landmark to tell people where I live. They're like, "Oh, you live right next to that." I'm like,
Oh.
Yeah, Ed didn't know about it.
I didn't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been in the market for textiles, but now I know I might be.
just you wait, man. Now you know it's there.
Yeah.
Right.
Make yourself something cool.
Mhm.
One of those bolero hats or something would be nice with the
A bolero hat. Oh, it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can make like.
You can buy everything you need to
Can I
make
make a-
one.
can
They
I
don't
make a
have
hoodie?
one there for you.
They got what?
Can I make a hoodie? They got denim. Can I make denim?
They might have
Yeah,
denim.
they probably have denim. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I can make my own jeans.
If you want, man. If you're compelled.
You could do anything you want, Ed. That's what I've been trying to tell you boys.
Oh my god.
And so you guys are capable of so much more, man. Stop fucking throwing your lives away. What the fuck are you doing at a bank?
I don't know, man. I'm helping
Yeah,
people,
it's at a
dude.
bank.
I've
No,
been
that's
helping
good.
people, bro.
You know, I'm fully supportive of you
feel good
making a
about it.
living.
Yeah.
And and I'm really happy to see Charlie kind of pursuing, his creative endeavors, but at the same time, having a regular income. It's a really difficult thing to do.
I got lucky where it kind of they all feed each other.
Well, that's
See,
that.
know.
He's good, dude. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He has a place of his own where he can
Mhm.
make all these things. You're good, dude. You're golden. Just keep it up, man.
But see,
Don't get stuck.
he
Why
says
are you
it.
talking like that, dude?
You're just like,
Right.
just wait. One day you're gonna have a girlfriend, and your life's gonna suck, just like mine.
No.
Man,
I'm just saying, dude. They take your time, bro. you need
Tell her you did this. I've heard this. Oh,
this is all getting cut. This is just be bleep. That's gonna be in the fucking
my
doghouse.
favorite. This is my favorite part. And this isn't the first time or the second time or the third time or the fifth time or the 12th time I've heard this.
I need like a shed or something, bro.
Not from you, Ed, but like from, having spent the last 30 years of my life in a bike shop. I've been you. I've had friends like you, more friends like you, kids that work for me like you. It's a real common theme.
What are you talking about? What's a common theme?
The grass is always greener.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like where
Being
I'm at.
nostalgic for your wild 20s.
Yeah, your
like- I
wild
like where I'm
lazy
at.
days.
I like where I'm at. It's a good place.
You should.
Mm-hmm.
I get to go hang out at the bike shop whenever I want.
Yeah.
You think I was wild? Charlie was wild.
I was not wild.
Yes,
bro.
he
No,
was.
not that. Not,
No,
he
when
wasn't
you met him, he was already chill, Charlie. When I knew Charlie in like our
Oh,
teen,
I've seen
Charlie
photos of
was-
him like stage diving, and I've seen parts of Crazy Charlie.
yes,
I know it's in there. That's why I like hanging out with him, because you never know. It's like on a rare. You might draw it out of him, and then you're like, yes.
I've drawn it out of him.
No, yeah.
I draw it out of myself daily almost,
Yeah, what were we talking about? What was the next topic?
Next topic.
We don't really have
Cue
to.
cards.
We're
It is
kind
a
of.
topic.
We're kind of. I think we're just covering the origins. I met you guys at the Naked Ride.
Yeah.
I met you at the Naked Ride. I was there with Charlie, 2016.
Yeah, I think I'd already been working for you or with you for a couple of years at that point.
Yeah,
year or two.
probably. Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
I don't think it was the first year. And Charlie, I met at the bike shop. He was just coming in to get. He had some sort of old Schwinn or some sort of
Mm-hmm.
like 70s, 80s road bike.
Yeah, it was a hand-me-down Schwinn, Chicago Schwinn.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what a red one, right?
It was that rust brown color you see on
It
them.
was tall. It was like way too big.
Real
way
thin
too
gauge tubing,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know,
heavy.
just a Cadillac,
Cadillac.
Yeah. I wouldn't. It was funny because I was not conscious of Charlie in the neighborhood until he came into the shop, and then after that, I'd see him zooming down. I'd notice him zooming
Yeah.
down 87th Street on this bike all the time.
On
He'd
that old
ride-
straight, you were zooming down 87.
Yeah. On
Yeah.
the sidewalks. You would
Oh,
ride the sidewalk. a
I
lot.
got nailed one time, man, real fucking good.
Really? On
On
87.
87th Street. I was going to work in the mornings before I worked at the bike shop.
Mhm.
And I was going eastbound on 87th Street, and a fireman blew the stop sign,
Oh,
trying to beat the traffic from the lights so he can catch the light. They're coming this way, and he pulls out in front of him. And I'm on the north side of the street. I shouldn't have been on the north side of the street, but he blows that stop sign and just fucking takes me out. Like, side swipe, fainted, knocked out, the whole fucking deal. Wake up
Knocked out.
Wake up limping. There's a huge dent in the guy's hood from my head. Bikes. That's why. No,
yeah,
I brought
that's
my
what you
bike
came
to
into the
you.
shop, and he paid for the repair.
Yeah,
Wait,
I forgot
that's how-
about that.
That's how you guys met?
Yeah, I totally forgot about that till this moment.
Because I'm like, I know this story. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. The fireman came in and he paid for the repair. And that's how I met Charlie.
Joe, what is going on, man? You have like the craziest stories, dude.
Yeah, I don't even have to make this stuff up. It just happens. If you're
That's how you guys met.
if you're just open for crazy things happening.
He
to
came
you-
in limping into your store.
No, I think I called and I said, "Can you take a broken, shitty bike? That was just hit by a car."
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and but I remember the fireman coming in paying for it.
Yeah, he
paid
came
for
in
the repair.
he was so grateful. If I was,
He was very nice.
well, I
from
mean,
what I could remember, like
Man, I would be nice too if I hit
in
someone. I'd be like, "Oh,
hindsight,
shit."
I should have been like, "You motherfucker," but like
Yeah.
I was probably 20 at the time,
mhm.
and
You're just happy he was fixing your bike.
he's
and
like,
he-
"Oh my god, I'll buy you a new phone. I'll get your bike fixed. Here's some money." I'm like, "Okay, dude. Yeah, it's all good. I know you didn't mean to do it."
yeah.
If I was a different person or like told people, my parents or like an adult figure, they'd be like, "We got to sue this motherfucker."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You
you know what? That's typically what would happen, I guess, in today's society. But I like to
Yeah.
think that stuff comes around. That being a good person and like not.
He was good. I think he in the interim, because I still went to work. He took my bike. I talked it out in the street with him. He took my bike, and I gave him the phone number to the place I was working. And I went to work, and I didn't see him for the whole rest of the day. And then I think his conscience got to him because later in the day, he's like, "We got to go make a police report in case something happens and shit." So I think that
so
it was weighing on him.
He talked to someone, dude. He's like,
he probably called,
hey, man.
the town lawyer, and was like, "What do we do?"
And did you actually have to?
Yeah, I went with him. He came back and picked me up from work. I told my boss, I told him the whole thing. Man, he didn't believe me. I don't think he thought I was faking it.
You're not gonna. I just got hit by a fireman.
Were you at the pizza place? Where were you?
I was working at this dissection. I was selling dissection equipment to college bookstores. This place called, I don't know if I'm going to say it. My old boss. He's cool.
What's their address?
They're in the neighborhood over there. I was selling dissection equipment to college bookstores.
That's right.
That's met, huh? Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started coming into the bike shop.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got on the topic of the fact that he had a giant music festival.
He was promoting DZ Fest,
and he wasn't like actively promoting it. He was just living. He was living at the place where it took place
in 2014 too. 2015.
Hey, when is there going to be another one or what?
I can't tell you on microphone right now, but I'll tell you off microphone what I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Secret. Cool. I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, he mentioned this festival, and it was like, what are you talking about, man? You're like in the southwest suburbs. What are you talking about? And
that's when I was going over there.
You had already been there 1 year.
I was
right?
going over there, dude. I was wilding over there.
You were spending a lot of time because some of those people, you went to school with some of the people that live there as well, right? Or you went to school with Charlie? Did you go to high school with Charlie?
Well,
we went to high school together.
We went to high school together. We had an economics class together.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah, it was like, I think after we met though. But when I met him,
I don't know, dude. We went to the same high school.
I just remember the first time meeting Charlie. He invited me to a bonfire at his house, right? And I was like, all right, cool, I'll come.
That was the first time we met?
No, that was the first time I went to go hang out with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we were young. And I was like, man, what am I going to do? It's my first bonfire that I'm going to go to.
You were nervous. That's cute.
I wasn't nervous, but I just didn't know. I was like, I got to bring something, right? I can't be going to someone's house empty-handed. So I got my 21-year-old cousin or he's 22 to buy me a case of beer. And I was the only person that showed up to his house with beer. Because this is how, because nobody else drank. And everybody was like kind of like looking at us like, you brought beer? Like, I was like, yeah.
I was probably fucking 15 or something, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
You were like 16, right?
I was like 15, 16, yeah. So I was like, yeah. So I remember just getting a case of Modelos, bro.
This is the way they do it in my neighborhood.
Yeah. So I went to his house, man. And all the kids, because everyone else was only 16, 17 too. And they're like, what the hell? Like, what the fuck? How did you get beer? So we get... And it was funny. So him and I were drinking it. Nobody else, because it was like, I don't know, a 30 case or 15 or whatever, a 6-pack. It was a lot for us at the time. Mm-hmm. So we drank it, and then afterwards, everyone left. And then Charlie was texting somebody, and so he was like, and then we ended up going to a party, and we hung out until like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
That night. Like we were
hanging out with some bad kids.
Because we had alcohol, I guess. They saw us like, I don't know, Charlie was my in over there.
Dude, I didn't have an in. I was just winging it. I don't have an in.
So I don't know. We were like the bad kids at the party. Then we went to another party with more bad kids.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we like the bad kids, the true delinquents.
Yes.
I kind of attracted to that type of person, as you could tell.
Yeah.
I
just remember getting really drunk on those beers, and whoever the fuck lived in the house that was like a middle-aged amputee and their wild children. And the amputee guy just like me drunk yelling at his daughter like, get the kids some water, get the kids some water. I was just like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh man, I remember. Yeah. It was awesome, man. It was good memories, man. I'm always gonna remember that.
I don't remember it very well, but I remember some of it.
That's why it's so important to be open.
That was my first time like puking in America.
Really?
Yeah, because I've gone to Mexico when I was a kid, and like my cousins.
You were actually they got you drunk.
Yeah, but like over here, that was my first time getting drunk, hammered with someone like as a kid, and like just throwing up, like fucking just getting wasted.
Where'd you sleep that night? Did you sleep at my house?
I don't remember.
Me either. Maybe we slept there.
I think we slept. We woke up there.
Mm-hmm.
I woke there. Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Interesting.
I remember, man. So many people came. We were hanging out with it was the bad kids.
The bad kids, man.
Bad kids.
Yeah.
Good time with the bad kids.
Yeah. But I really don't remember like when we befriended each other. I just always remember you being around and have ever since.
So you guys will go way back, like
Half my life.
from the
Yeah.
DZ or before the
Before
it was
high
before
school.
DZ,
Yeah.
before high school. So the DZ Fest,
Mm-hmm.
right? When did all of that start? So if you're not familiar with DZ music and DZ Festival,
Yeah.
it was kind of it was a local thing, pretty local thing, but it developed a pretty decent profile around the city amongst music people, right?
Yeah. That's all of that. Accolade goes to Ben
Mhm.
Arguelles.
Yeah,
He's the sort of engineering pioneer as well. He
Mhm.
designed all the system, and for what he was doing, because he was studying audio engineering at the time, like for DIY music, it was the best a DIY music venue could be as far as gear and equipment and philosophy and protocol and all of it. That's all his design by his design. So that's why it gained traction well, because the DZ was already such a welcoming environment for people to hang out and be wild and explore and create. So just as soon as musicians started getting invited, it just picked up steam and compounded so much over years and years and years.
Yeah, I was pretty amazed by it when I visited there.
Mhm.
Like I had heard about it, and I knew the festival, and I knew Charlie, so I think I went over to your house more
Just
than
chilling,
once. Yeah,
yeah.
we just go over there and chill out, and I got to see what was happening over there. I knew right away. I was like, okay, this isn't
Mhm.
just like a bunch of dudes screwing around in a basement. Like you can recognize when good work is being done. Especially because of the bike shop, you can appreciate.
Yeah, you know what it takes.
Yeah, work well done. Attention to detail and things like that.
Yeah.
You can tell who has and who doesn't, and it was pretty amazing to find that in my neighborhood. Like
Yeah.
down the street from my house and down the street from the bike shop, and happening in this little corner of Chicago, there was this thing. It was just kind of there. Nobody cared because nobody cares about the South Side. Nobody, if this
Yeah.
was downtown or Wicker Park at the time, or if that happened, in Ukrainian Village or Bucktown, everybody would be talking about it. But because it was happening in, Hickory Hills, Illinois,
Yeah.
like people were like, nobody knew. Even I was fortunate to find out about it, but otherwise I would never have found out.
The cool people knew.
For a long time, it was not like advertised anywhere or anything intentionally, because it wasn't our home we were doing it in. It was, someone else's home.
Yeah.
So we had to do it under the radar. We had to hide it and lie. And
Mhm.
there was one time, another accolade to Ben, his parents, this was Rat Boys, single player, and I think that Nectar from Champagne played a show. And it was Friday night, his parents' anniversary. They went out for dinner. They went out for like 6 hours, and Ben was like, okay, we could flip the whole house. We can get everybody's shit out of here in time. And we did it. There was like 150 people in that basement, between 7 and 11 o'clock. And his parents, we literally were like mopping the floors, putting the chairs back, all this shit, and trying to act natural. Like we finished seconds after they walked in the door. Moments before, there was 100 plus people in the basement. And now, Rat Boys.
I wish you guys made a
and-
time lapse of that. That would have been.
We didn't think that way back then. We didn't know if, just like
It wasn't even a sequel time lapse.
teenage, antics all day, like to the extreme.
What year was this?
That was probably like 2013 or 2014. Probably 2014.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not too far after I'd met you within a year or two of that stuff happening, right?
Yeah, that was that winter. So,
Really? It was that?
I mean, we were doing shows there. That's probably why you came
Mhm.
most often. The monthly shows we had.
Yeah. You were doing shows there, and you guys, yeah, he was there was some recording already starting to happen around that time, right?
Ben had probably already done an album
Some
or
of the-
two by then,
Mm-hmm.
but
Some
the
of the
video
videos.
sessions were all in full swing by then
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. And I think he had a podcast going at some point there too, right, for a little while.
Yeah, Matt Bauer hosted the Friends with Music podcast in
Mhm.
the DZ Record studio. Matt Bauer's Ben's cousin, and he's kind of the first person who introduced me to podcasts.
Really?
Yeah, I was still very young at that time, and it was a very brand new medium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I was like 5 or 6 years old at that point. But yeah, that's when I learned what podcasts are. I
Yeah.
was like, "What the fuck are you gonna do? Why? That's silly as shit."
No, I was I was kind of taken by it because the guys were sitting around and you were doing it, and I was familiar with podcasting at that time, but so it was kind of cool to see it in action, in kind of a guerrilla style in someone's basement like that, because
Yeah.
I think until that time, I think podcasting was either like very professional or really, really bad, like into your phone or something. I mean, it was like you said, it was the very early ages of podcasting, and most of the podcasts were being put out by like media companies.
Yeah.
It was like just a rebroadcast of their radio show or some sort of, thing like
Oh,
that.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? It isn't what it is now, which is kind of like what radio used to be in a way,
Mhm. Well,
people talking on mic and,
Yeah.
conversation.
Just regular conversation.
Mhm.
Has do you know? You probably would know best. Do you know when like NPR, This American Life, the Ira Glass show? When did they start recording that? Was that early 2000s? Was that the 90s? I don't know how.
I
old.
think that's, I don't know. We can probably look it up, but
Yeah, our engineer. That's what they would pull up right now.
I know in a lot of shows you just have your laptop up and you're Googling
Yeah.
constantly. So that would be the cool way to do it
I
too.
like to speculate better.
I think it makes it more fun.
Mhm.
It gives the people at home something to yell at their phones or whatever.
Right now, they're looking it up and
Stupid.
putting it in the comments.
What do you mean 90s?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I
Mhm.
don't know. I mean, I know it's been around for a long time. They've been recording it here.
Those have been some of my favorite podcasts. Like digging backward in like it is its own medium and its own media. It's really cool. Like those shows have lots of production, like Radiolab as well.
A lot. Those NPR shows are heavily produced.
Oh, heavily produced, but
Crazy.
they're cool. Like all the
Yeah,
sound,
they
all
are.
the Foley noises, and
Yeah.
the research. It's dope.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a throwback to like 30s radio, 30s,
Mhm.
that crafting of radio,
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to introduce more of that.
Foley music.
Time,
Foley
man.
noises.
Dude, you're gonna have
sounds-
Foley music in your podcast, dude?
Why not?
Yeah, dude. What the hell? Why are you knocking this idea?
Dude, right now, if I was
idea.
cool, you know what I would do?
You have a soundboard,
hold
right?
on, let me see if I can do it. Let's see. I might be able to do this.
You
Hold
got a
on.
soundboard?
No.
You don't have
Soundboard?
one of these things? A
gotta-
mixer?
I have that one, but it's just analog.
You gotta get the old school. Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, one of those, yeah.
I think I have stuff. Hold on. I got.
Oh,
Nice. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we got a beep.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Shit. Cool. This is dope.
Oh, I like that one. I like that
Oh
one.
yeah, it is. Yeah, and you can program some stuff in and have
Cool.
your own. Have a bank of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, it's cool.
Cool little toy. Yeah, I like it.
All right, let's get back to it. So we met. We kind
Yeah.
of covered the story, how we met,
Yeah.
where we met.
Mm-hmm.
Then both of you were working at the bike shop at some point.
Yes.
You started
We
working
overlapped
at the bike shop.
for
Yeah,
a
You
while.
did
Yeah, we did.
for
Yeah.
a short time.
Extra time. Yep. It was just Charlie
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and I in there.
It was Charlie watching the shop for me. Charlie, like I would.
That's crazy to think about.
It was
Right?
crazy.
I just left him in the bike shop. I'm like,
Oh.
you could sell lube.
Yeah.
Charge him what it says right
You
there.
would never do that now. Maybe.
He ran the shop okay. I mean,
Yeah, he did.
It didn't
Yeah,
burn
you
down.
did. He did. He
As
did.
a
He ran it great.
20-something-year-old could do it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like it was slow at that time. It was much. It was a different bike shop than it is now. I mean, we're
Yeah.
busier now. It would be unfair to do to anybody like that. Like I wouldn't do that now.
Mhm.
Back then, it was pretty. Whoever was walking in at that point, generally,
It was winter too. It was like,
I mean, I was
Yeah,
there
even-
for a few summers.
yeah, even in the
that's
summer and stuff. But
Because-
he,
how long did we work together there?
Maybe a year.
Man,
Less than a year.
that was a good time. Dude.
It was less than a year.
Yeah.
Good time.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
And then Joe.
no, it wasn't that. I mean, it was less than a year, and I'll tell you exactly what happened. I had both of you guys working at the shop,
Yeah.
and we didn't have business. We didn't have like enough business to support everybody that was hanging out at the shop. You know, it was like early years of the shop, and Ed knew how to fix bikes, and Charlie didn't.
Oh man.
And you knew how to
Sorry.
talk bikes.
And I'm sorry, Charlie.
And then so you started being there more often. Then Charlie texted me. He's like, "I'm used to working every day. I need to work every day." And he found a gig pretty quick. Like you found a
Yeah.
bartending job or something. I mean, you found a
Mhm.
job really fast.
Yeah.
And
You
like,
know.
no. I mean, which is fine. I mean, I'm like, you're a hardworking kid. You found something right away. And before I could like talk you back into working at the shop or even attempting it, part of me knew that you weren't like you're okay with working at the bike shop, but you didn't love working at a bicycle shop. Like that was not the end all be all for you.
No, it was not the end all be all.
It was just a job.
I worked with you for like 4 years.
Yeah, I
Or
know.
no, like many years.
Yeah, many years. But
Yeah.
what it meant, just like I've worked at a bicycle shop for like
Yeah.
over 30 years. I've been working
Right.
at bike shops,
Right.
and so I see it. I see people are really into it, and I
Mhm.
see people are wasting their fucking time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, just never gonna like Charlie's not gonna make a career of working at a bike shop. You need to take the next step. Like mentally, I just know sometimes when people are ready to like get pushed out of the
4 years. You were there 4 years already?
three
it
or
was
four
4
It
years.
was like
Yeah.
3 or 4 years. He was
Yeah.
there. He was there for a little while, and sometimes you have to give someone a little push from the nest. You know, I've seen it done. It's been done to me. You know, and sometimes you leave and then you come back and you're like, oh shit, I hate the real world.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to a bike shop. I'm going to be a better bike shop employee. I'm
Sure.
going to be more dedicated. I'm going to learn more stuff. I'm going to pay a little bit
That
more
happened.
attention.
Charlie just flew away.
No, it was, yeah. I mean, I he was, you imagine Charlie talking about disc brakes.
Oh, no. No.
Or like
I like talking about disc brakes.
DI2.
No.
Yeah, dude, your shit's
no.
fucked. Dude, this bike.
Working on bikes and stuff, it's just like, I'm like, no, man, you know when people are destined for bigger things.
No, it was cool. I learned a lot there.
Mhm.
I was grateful for my time there, truly.
No,
And
I love
Yeah.
having you.
it was fun. I had a lot of fun.
Not only that, but I always, like, my guys never leave. Like, they're never too far.
Yeah.
So I'm like, one day when there's something to work on together,
Yes.
then we'll revisit it,
Yeah.
So, I
certainly.
mean, and here we are. So
Here we are,
in the last
yeah.
few months, we've been hanging out a little bit more, and I always enjoy circling back and seeing where everybody's at,
yeah,
because
certainly.
because what you realize over the years is that it's not so much that your friends don't have time for you. It's just that they're all as busy as you are.
Yeah.
And, you're just like, holy, it's like everybody's just busy advancing,
Mm-hmm.
and as long as everybody does what they're supposed to do, our paths are going to be able to cross again
Right.
with a bigger purpose, maybe,
Right.
and like with being able to benefit from what everybody has been working on. I've continued to just work on bikes, and I kept the bike shop afloat during COVID and all the rest, and all those years that you've been out here, kind of forging your
Mhm.
your future and your professional career. And Ed too, just compared to when I met you, to see where you're at now, a lot more stable and a little bit more
Got a
together.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
She's smoking hot.
Ah, nice, good for you, Ed. Good for you. But yeah, I mean,
It takes a lot of time. I'm telling you, man.
there's still more time, man. There's still more time.
No, my perception of time has changed dramatically in the last few years. Like time, a year is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
A
nothing.
month
Oh,
is
right.
nothing. A month is not long enough.
No.
You know what?
A
It
blink
is
of an eye.
scary.
Mm-hmm.
I've hit 30, and you're right, man. It goes by so quick. Well, ever since I started dating my girl, it's been going by. It's just like
Shut up, dude.
fast as fuck, dude. Fast. No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But I'm just saying, she says the same thing. It's like this
Yeah.
is like we just blinked.
Yeah,
After COVID, everything's been super fast.
Yeah, no doubt.
yeah. It's and I'm up the road from you, I'm telling you, it gets faster and faster.
And I've been talking to my clients, and they've been telling me the same thing. I'm like, is it getting? And they're all older, and they're like, yes.
That's why so many
Yes.
people in their 50s right now, and I have a lot of friends around me who are like ditching everything
Mm-hmm.
and pursuing their dream.
Good.
Just like I'm going to sell my house, my condo. I'm going to downsize. I'm going to go buy a house in Spain,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in Europe, and I'm just going to,
Have
while
a
I
go of
have, while I have this opportunity from the work at home thing and all of that, and
I get working from home is like, nice, but I think people need that to work. They need to socialize. We're social creatures. And if people, because there's going to be, if think about it, we're already isolated enough as it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if we do work at home, work from home, like for everyone, I feel like,
I think people need the structures of it all need to change. Like, you don't need to go to an office if you're just going to be an accountant or something.
Mhm.
And like on
right. I get it. But like,
I think there just has to be, maybe a little bit. There's got to be more of it because there wasn't enough of it before. And so, if there is a job and there's also a person who has a reason for being at home, right? Like wanting to raise
if
their
it's
family.
convenient, yeah. If you,
Yeah.
Might give somebody the opportunity to not only realize themselves professionally, but also as a mom, right?
for some people, it fits for sure.
or a dad,
I
or for
definitely
that
think
matter, like
People need to
just
socialize.
Well, think about the old stereotype of a cubicle, like the jail cell of a cubicle.
Mhm.
Nobody wants to return to that. So I think the whole system needs to be reimagined.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, definitely. Like the corporate culture needs to change for sure.
Why not have people work at home 4 days a week and then come into the office for half a day collaborating with the team or whatever? Something. I don't work in that world. I never could.
yeah.
But,
The industrial complex, man.
yeah.
I don't even know what that means. But what I do know is that like in school, when they'd ring the bell,
Yeah.
for you to get up and like move to the next class, part of that had to do with the bell ringing at factories and stuff back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
very
bell.
much.
But okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like the lunch bell and all that stuff, like those bells. It was kind of, in keeping with what they were going to run into in their future.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes sense.
Back when we still had manufacturing in this country.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
We got really off topic there.
the
Yeah,
industrial.
I know, but now you're making me think that how schools are like mini prisons.
They're not like
They-
that anymore. I think if
Not quite like that, but they were for a long time. I mean, that was the schools that I went to.
Mhm.
They were all like that. Recess, everything, half hour. Yeah. Wake up at a certain hour. You started school at the same time you start work.
Mhm.
It was just to kind of gear you up
Prep
for the
you.
day.
So,
Yeah.
for the future to be a productive.
to contribute
Worker
Yeah,
to contribute to
add
build
to the
something.
GDP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You never
Mhm.
you never thought about
Of
that?
course, I thought about it, man. Of course, I thought about it. But it sounds cool.
It does sound cool, I guess.
We had, I mean, that's kind of.
I try to push kids away from that because I work with kids every day now.
Uh-huh.
So I try and push them out of all of that.
Yeah, me too.
I'd say start a business. I know you're only 10. Start a business.
Start a business.
Yeah, do something.
At least acquire some business,
They're
some
10 years old.
basic business.
Yeah, hell yeah. These
skills.
kids don't got no money. I ask them all the time. They're always asking for shit. I'm like, you got any money? Like, you got a job? All right, start a business.
Mhm.
You know? Seriously. I've made
Oh
business
my
plans for
God.
10-year-olds. Like,
Really?
yeah, all the time.
Oh,
Get them
man.
started making once they have some assets, they'll have some leverage in my classroom. They don't got shit right now.
Listen to Charlie, man. He's not just an artist.
No.
He's, nouveau creator.
Yes.
I mean, the whole creator economy. I mean, you have to be you have to be somewhat savvy to negotiate the waters of all of that stuff.
How do you think-
Everything that's happening right now. Everybody talks about the creator economy. Get on YouTube and try to monetize that, and then track your money, and
Mm-hmm.
do all the things, analytics, and all the rest of the stuff that you need to do in order to be successful in that world.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to have it somewhat together. Mr. Beast is not stupid.
No, most certainly
Right?
not.
He's like actually, he's a genius at what he does. And there's plenty of companies that would love to be as popular as he is. Whatever it is that
He's doing.
he's doing, it's at a next level. And the people that want to make fun of that are just people that don't understand
that's the
what
future
he's doing.
That's the future of like entertainment.
It is. It's current entertainment. It's not
Yeah.
even the future. It is now. You know
Yeah,
how many
right.
billions of dollars that dude is worth? I mean, he didn't want to sell his company. And he's worth so much. You know, it's insane.
How much do they offer him? Only like $2 million or something, right?
Billions
than
in the
that, dude.
billions of
They offered
dollars.
him billions of dollars.
In the billions, yeah. For his, I mean, each one of his channels is crazy.
He's got like 400 million across everything or
Mhm.
more.
He reaches more people than the Super Bowl
Yeah.
What?
with one video. I mean, I don't know if that's true. I
What does
think
he
I just
do?
made that
I've
up.
seen like parts of it.
He just started doing YouTube at like
Young age.
8 years old or something
Mm-hmm.
and just absorbed everything there is to know about it
Mm-hmm.
and struck while the iron was hot. He also, you know, I've listened to him on lots of podcasts. He tried to go to college. He hated going to college. He barely made it through high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was just wanted to make YouTube videos.
You know what's crazy? He's like, that's awesome. Like,
And he's surrounded by his boys. And
He
in
brought
fact,
all his friends with
He
him.
brought all his friends with him, man, and they all, you know, have their own little things going on.
Yeah, they all got
through the-
salaries and shit.
Some of them have their own successful shows,
Yeah.
you know, YouTube channels,
Hmm.
gaming, and you know their own little topics and side things. So kind of like you have treasure hunting, kind of like you have music.
Hmm.
See how that works?
Yeah, everybody's got their thing.
Ah.
You need your own kingdom. You know, you
Mhm.
get your own thing.
You need your own thing. It's great, and you know then he promotes it like Chicago treasure hunting, and you know follow Charlie, and then but together you form this like you know kind of a super force.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to have talented people, you know, and hanging around. I mean, the people that are going to help you, especially someone like him, his friends happen to be really talented and funny, good on camera, right?
Yeah. They're probably very easy to put a camera on. You know, like
Mhm.
they don't
Friends?
shy away. His friends.
His
you know,
friends.
oh, his
Yeah.
friends.
after
just-
doing it for so many years.
Kind of like you guys around
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
all so many years.
Yeah.
It has been.
You understand?
Yes, I understand.
Right.
So, yeah.
He's wild. He's inspiring, you know? Like I think that's a perfect example of just experience winning because so many tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of hours on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
figuring it out, unlocking it. And he did it. He beat it. He beat YouTube, you know?
Yeah. He's a young kid. I mean,
25.
Kid, 25.
Is it 25?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who that reminds me of?
Hmm.
Chief Keef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Chief Keef right now? What's he doing? You got
His
any record
mansion,
out?
dude.
Chief Keef got a mansion?
Yeah, man, he's got a mansion.
Oh, he's alive?
Yeah, he's alive.
He's one of the ones that's alive. I lost track. Chief Keef was he's a Chicago rapper,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
When was the last time you put a record out? It's been like 10
And
years.
he's still a legend, dude.
Juice World is dead though, right?
Juice WRLD is dead.
Juice World. He was another Chicago. He was an emo rapper or something,
I
right?
think so, yeah.
I think so. You don't have his tattoo on
no,
your
no,
leg.
No, yeah. Well, he was an emo rapper, right? Now you're gonna get all the freaking Juice WRLD people to kill me, dude.
Why?
You're like, you don't know who Juice WRLD is, Paul?
Die Hard Juice. I don't know very much about him. I know how he died tragically.
Oh yeah, that was tragic.
Yeah. You know how he died? You hear about this? I'll just tell the.
He was on an airplane, right? And he ate a bunch of stuff because they were going to search the airplane. And
Yeah, they're getting raided and he swallowed all his drugs and overdosed.
yeah,
Don't do that.
yeah.
I'd rather just go to jail or pay the fine.
Yeah,
It's
like,
federal crime.
You
You're
know
not
what
going
though?
to fucking
I feel like
pay your way out of that.
I would do something like that because I wouldn't be scared of the police.
Mhm.
I'd be scared of my mom whooping my ass.
I think that was right at Midway Airport. too.
Yeah.
That was close to your house. Close to our house.
Oh yeah, that was Midway.
right.
Was it
How old was he?
Young, dude. Like 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he wasn't scared of a lot. He was scared of someone else, like probably.
I just think it was a naive move.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you're
you know,
probably
he's
high and paranoid.
Paranoid.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
swallow it. What do we do? Swallow it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
That's
panicking.
not a move that you make. you know.
Sad.
Panicking. Someone had been like, he was with people.
Yeah. Imagine his friends who watch his buddy die as the
Oh,
feds raided the plane.
As my
He's just, man, fuck that.
my poor cycling, my poor bike shop society fans right now. They're like, "What did I just
Oh,
tune into?"
Should we talk about
right?
more
There's
about
a bike
bikes?
shop. Well, no, we don't. It's nice that we don't really talk about bikes a lot
Mhm.
because I find it's kind of boring. Some of the just bike talk, like technical bike talk, how that bike affected your ride or your experience on that bike or where you rode that bike. That's cool.
yes.
That's a little cooler to me. But the actual parts talk, like component choices, unless it's something wacky, or weird. Just talking about a rear derailleur is not that fascinating to me.
No.
You know,
You know how many derailleurs I've seen in my life?
Couple.
like that kind of
million,
stuff.
probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you can, if it's something fun or weird,
Oh,
I can enjoy talking about it a little bit, but I don't know. Nothing really comes to mind. Danny, my podcast partner, bought a really cool bike that we got to work on.
What did you get?
A Super 6, a carbon fiber like race machine.
That's
like
sick.
something you see.
It's got a loud cassette.
You got a lot of cassette.
Does it got a loud cassette?
Not super loud, but it's got electric shifting. It's got tram.
Yeah, those bikes when you get on one of those things, man.
It's really. I mean, the thing is like a rocket ship.
Yeah.
I
When
mean,
you get on one of those carbon bikes and got the electronic shifting, it feels like you're on a.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, it's like whoa. I haven't bought a new road bike in 14, 15 years. I mean, it's not an antique, but it feels old fashioned next to that thing. It's like the tubes are aero. It's like you look at it from the front and it's like it looks like it cuts right through the wind. The handlebars are flat. It's a really interesting bike.
All that new tech.
Yeah. So I mean, I can have fun with it, but I don't necessarily want to talk about it all the time. They got shows that specialize in that kind of stuff.
There was a lot of interesting stuff coming out of your shop. I remember when I used to work at Cycles and Sports, my first bike shop job.
Mm-hmm.
We would see you guys on Facebook, and you guys would had fat bikes, and that was like the big thing. And I was like, oh, they got fat bikes there. They got fat bikes there. There was like, because I don't think anybody. Were you the only person that had fat bikes?
I think so. Yeah, I had a lot of them. Man, I made you know what? It helped me. It helped me stay in business. It was one of those things that like helped me have a little bit of breathing room as a new business, because that must have been 2012 or 13 or whatever, and it was my first boom. It was the fat bike boom.
And I remember just being like, we'll go like on your page and like, because I
was selling a shitload of.
We would gather on the computer because it was dead sometimes, during the winter or whatever, and like, let's see what everyone else is doing and like go on Facebook and stuff, because this is when Facebook was like in its infancy, not even its infancy, it was like young at this time. And I remember just seeing fat bikes, and you guys like riding them, and it looked like a fun place to be. And I was like, man, so you guys stuck out.
Oh, really?
Out.
I mean, you told me that. You told me that. I didn't believe it. I was just, but looking back at it, I was working at Cycle Smithy in 2007, 2008, and I had already started a YouTube channel there.
Oh, really?
And I was starting just to load up some video and play with it a little bit. And then when I opened the shop, I was doing like ride reports and stuff. So I was playing with some video stuff at that time with like people would come off the trail and I'd be like, what are the trail conditions today? Or, I had a couple of people that would come in and like do a report or something. But then we got busy. I didn't have time to do it. Like, you just get tired. You get that stuff it took time,
Mm-hmm.
And so, we just got so busy. I couldn't do it, but I always understood the power of that medium. I thought that I knew YouTube was going to be just like, whoa, you can be your own movie director or host your own television show.
Yeah.
And actually, when you started at the shop, I started the Ed Show on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it became
the Ed segment.
The
Ed Show.
We just randomly, I was working on bikes, randomly take out the
Ed
camera and start doing the Ed Show, and I'm like, "What's up, guys?"
We were doing the Ed Show.
Yeah, I remember
that was pretty early on.
And that got it was
people
fun.
were coming in. They're like, "Hey, what's up, Ed Show?"
Yeah.
You had fans.
I did have.
Hey, Ed from the Ed Show. I was like, oh look,
He's famous.
God, that's so funny.
Yeah. So I mean, we've always had fun with it. I mean, we've always had fun with doing some of that stuff.
Is that stuff still up there? Can you find that on there? Some of those old Ed Show stuff. Like
Yeah, I
would like to see them.
I don't know.
More nostalgia.
I don't have any. You know what, guys? I don't have any like photos of myself when I was younger.
Man, yeah.
So I want to see something. It'd be cool to see that stuff.
Yeah.
I think you could still find Vine stuff. Remember Vine?
Vine was awesome.
Vine was fun, man.
Was it like 12 seconds or 9 seconds or something? 7
seconds.
6
I think it was
seconds?
Why did Vine die?
Snapchat.
Snapchat killed Vine?
Snapchat, Instagram. They got sold to someone and then like twisted their arm twisted out of something
So
because there's something I forget what preceded that.
that was it. TikTok.
I feel like TikTok's only like 4 or 5 years
Was
old.
it Twitter?
Maybe it was Twitter. I feel like it was Snapchat or what became
Maybe
yeah,
Instagram.
might have been Instagram. Whatever had video, but Vine was fucking
That was
amazing.
cool, man.
It was
It was
cool.
very. It
6
was.
seconds.
You could loop them together.
Do it
and,
for the Vine.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
that?
Do it for the Vine. Yeah.
Yeah, those were awesome. Such an interesting way to be creative. 6 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
It was basically a video Twitter,
Basically.
right?
Basically.
Yeah, I remember. If I remember right, I think you could put that stuff up on Twitter at that time.
Yes.
I think you could post your vines and.
But it was cool for like comedians and sketch comedy and just like kids, because kids ran with it, you know? Like so many people who became YouTube creators started on Vine.
right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
Logan Paul and Jake Paul started on Vine.
Yeah.
You guys know that creator Evan Breen, the comedian?
No,
He started on Vine. He's hilarious.
Really?
You've seen his stuff. You've seen his videos everywhere.
I'm
They're everywhere.
sure.
Yeah.
What were you doing during the Vine era?
I was making vines at the bike shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never got on the Vine.
No,
neither
huh?
did I. I
Mm.
didn't.
Really?
either. I
You
would,
didn't get-
I would see the Vines like on Twitter,
Uh huh.
and I would see the Vines like on YouTube,
Yeah.
but I never actually downloaded Vine because it was
Really?
Yeah.
I was vining.
Really?
Oh yeah. I have a lot of bike shop vine out there. It was all bike shop related. It was kind of like Ed Show, except it was
Vine.
Vine. And it
That's
was
pretty cool.
whoever was hanging out at the shop. I would make kids eat like hot peppers and give them $5.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I have a
That's
sweet
awesome.
video of like some kid, like, I mean, now it's all the rage, but I mean, I don't know if people were doing that in 2012 or whatever, but somebody gave us a habanero plant. It was sitting in the bike shop,
Yeah.
and one of the, how the kids used to hang out at the bike shop, and there was just one crazy kid, and I'm like, if I give you $5, will you eat this? And he's like, yeah, for $5. I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, but you got to chew it like gum,
Oh no!
And sure enough, man.
Start crying.
Probably.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not crying like a baby, but he started tearing up and begging for milk, and I mean, I have it all on video. He's bouncing around the bike shop. It's
Coughing and wheezing.
it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh my god!
It's great. I think, and he wasn't the only one, because then I think another kid came in. And he's like, I heard you give him $5. Dude,
Damn, they're lining up.
I'll do it for $2.
I'll do it for
And I'm
two.
like,
Holy!
I'm like, $2. I'll give you $2.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I mean, there was, there's the kids that hung around the bike shop were kind of like you guys, or like little troublemakers and down for fun.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I can do it. I'm not going to have a parent coming here.
No one's coming to yell at you.
No one's coming to yell at me because I gave his kid $5 to eat a hot pepper.
How do you even tell that story? That kid goes home like, all fucking wheezy and crying, face full of snot.
Like some stuff in the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, habanero's dangerous.
Jimmy, what's wrong with you? I would be all right.
I made $5 today.
Thanks for listening to the Bike Shop Society podcast. If you'd like to get in touch with us, email us at mail@bikeshopsociety.com. If you're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you can look us up at Bike Shop Society. That's it. Get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. Now, back to the show. Goodbye.
You guys, are you in either of you guys into the cold immersion?
I have not. I don't even like turning on the cold water in the shower.
I'll
but,
do it.
But there's a thing to it. I mean, it's a real legit,
Yeah. I adopted that many years ago. And
Did you do
still
it?
Yeah.
Did you do it here?
Dude, here, I take cold showers every day.
Oh, cold showers
Every day?
Okay.
Every single day.
Wow, man.
Ice cold.
Some David Goggins shit you got
How do
going
you
on.
feel?
I feel good. I feel fucking
What
amazing.
does it do?
What it does is it helps you. So the idea is you get super cold, right? You go into shock, and it activates your mammalian dive effect. And then if you can center your breath while doing that, what you're doing is you're activating your parasympathetic nervous system.
So wait, that part I missed. So while you're in that state, you have to what?
Because you go into shock.
Mm-hmm.
So what you yeah.
Right, shaking.
And your breath gets really short, so you're
Mhm.
breathing really short. So what you have to do is you have to sit in that long enough to slow your breath down and center yourself. So, long deep breaths. And if you do that successfully, then you get all of those reward chemicals, slapping in your body. But what it does is it makes you more aware because of all of the dopamine and the norepinephrine and the adrenaline are coursing through your blood. It makes you able to have a better sense of your parasympathetic nervous system, which is basically your entire body, all the way to the tips of your fingers and the bottom of your feet and everything. And it allows you to just kind of push yourself mentally or physically, or it just unlocks something. I don't know. If you've never done it, you should do it because you'll get high as fuck and it'll feel amazing and it lasts all day.
So it's
All
just
day?
so while you're in that state of like, whoa, it's cold, right?
Mhm.
You're looking to slow and take a slow, deep breath,
Slow, deliberate
Control your-
breaths and
Try
bring
to
your,
try
Which-
to control your body.
which takes a lot of effort when you're in that state, right? Because you're like, and
Yeah.
so you have to like,
mm-hmm.
I get it. I see what you're trying to achieve. I also could understand how it could be hard at first to
Oh, it's
get
incredibly
yourself
difficult.
out of, like just mentally think your way out of that situation.
That's the hardest part is the discipline of it to
Speaking
do
of
it.
water.
Get you some water.
No. I got water, but I was going to ask Joe over here.
Mhm.
Did that guy ever open that isolation tank?
Yeah, he did.
Does it
Yeah, in
close?
the
Is it
mall.
done? Is it still there?
No, it's there.
Sensory.
It's a flow. Yeah, sensory
do that.
deprivation. Yeah, there's right by the bike shop.
I gotta go do that.
I want to
We
do
should
that
do a
too.
show run where you guys will go and then come back and report.
I want to get fucking baked, and
I don't know. I don't think.
I don't know if he'll let you, but yeah, I
I
know
don't
that.
gotta tell him.
I know a dirty secret about that dude,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
That nobody knows. All right, so I follow him on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and we won't say anything about his name of business or anything, but I follow that. So this is the guy who owns the deprivation tank place, the meditation,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. He goes. I've seen on his Instagram. He goes down to Machu Picchu. He's like on the edge of a cliff and has someone take a sweet photo of him.
Wow.
So I'm like, he does some of this stuff. He's always like ringing bells and stuff on his Instagram and incense and showing the deprivation tank. Really, really nice stuff. But every once in a while, you know how I have to test a mountain bike and I climb up behind the the building where the bike shop is. I'll catch him back there smoking.
Just fucking darts.
He's just back there
Marlboro,
like-
fucking menthol,
he's
whatever
just
the fuck.
like fucking Marlboro Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
He's stressed out,
Yeah,
huh?
dude. He's fucking
Yeah.
the nicotine, man.
Yeah.
He's gotta have it. Hell yeah.
What?
So like when I watch him on Instagram, the whole time I the only thing that I see is him sitting back there behind the building.
Slumped over, fucking holding
just
his head.
smoking every time I ride my bike back there.
Man.
Jeez.
It's just like I'm like, man, every time I ride my bike, you're back here smoking a cigarette, and probably the days I'm not back here riding a bike.
Probably most days, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Man.
but I'm like, man, that guru dude's a big smoker. Oh, like, oh man,
Is his setup legit though? Like, have you?
I've never been in. I've never been in.
Hmm.
He seems nice and everything. I don't make it to that side of the mall.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't really go over there.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try it.
I
How much?
do-
What
I
is
do wanna
rate?
try it.
I'm sure. You know what? Tell me you're with the bike shop. I'm sure he'll give us a deal.
Okay.
They'll probably get a little
A hookup.
certificate. Yeah.
Have you ever done it?
I've never done it. I want to do it though.
I feel like I will have to go sober because
You're scared of what
no,
you
not
might
'cause you're
find.
scared. So the thing is, so what I understand is that the water is supposed to be the same temperature as your body.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like
You're in the womb.
Right.
Right. So it feels like you're not like you kind of lose you're supposed to lose yourself. You're like
Mhm.
feeling of self, right? Like you're just a floating.
Oh, it's also salt,
like-
super salt
like-
water. So
like
you
a-
float.
I feel like I would end up feeling. I feel like I would feel like just a floating consciousness, and that part
Yeah,
would
right.
that part would freak me out a little bit, and I'd be
Really?
like, "What?" Yeah, a little bit at first. You know what I mean?
You're paranoid, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm just kind of claustrophobic, maybe.
Afraid of the unknown.
No, but I'm just like I don't know. Like we're like, is it or if not, I'm just gonna be disappointed.
That's what I'd be worried about is it being lame.
You're just being in there thinking, what the hell am I doing in here?
Yeah.
I'll be getting tacos.
For sure.
You
You
know,
should do that. Are you gonna do? Is it only have one of these
I think-
chambers?
If they'd had 3, I'd go there with you. We'd all jump in and
you
jump
think-
out at the same time.
Do you
See
think?
what happens.
Do you think our consciousnesses can like
Meld?
meet up?
Perhaps.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, yo, you guys want to go to the spirit world?
Hmm.
Could be very interesting.
Man, I do want to try it. I do hope to try it.
Yeah.
We should go and see if we can contact each other psychically in there.
Sure.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. I'll
I'm
try
not
anything.
showering with you though. They have some sort of. I think they
They
do
got
have
showers?
I
A rinse.
think you have to rinse.
Right.
I mean, you're like in salt water and stuff. So.
It has to be filtered. I don't know. I've never been there.
Oh, I'm sure it's filtered, but still, like you've got salty water on you.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. Wild stuff.
I'm down.
So, we were recently brought together by the World Naked Bike Ride Chicago 2023 edition. Is that right?
Yes.
Once again, yeah. Back at it.
Yep. We went back.
It was
Yeah.
wonderful. It was a shame it rained this year because that party was just getting started, it seemed. I had
Yeah.
to beat the rain home. That sucked. I just
It
remember.
rained heavy that day.
Yeah.
Oh, that night on the way
Yeah,
home,
yeah,
it got really crazy.
Hmm.
We were concerned about you. We were wondering if you just made it home or what.
I caught about 10 minutes of the worst of it.
Oh, so you got pelted,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Man, that was sheets of rain.
Yeah, and the thing is, there were big drops,
Yeah.
so I'm sure that did not
Bad
feel
drops.
good.
It didn't. I was soaked. Yeah. But it was
Yeah, yeah.
fine. I was close enough where it wasn't terrible.
And it was warm out that night.
Yeah.
Relatively warm, although it was cooling off by that time.
Yeah. But it was cool. I just rolled up in here and I had the lights off for a long time and the lightning just all around the place was really
Nice.
cool.
That's a
Nice.
Chicago night.
Yeah. It was great.
But
Sure.
there was a big turnout this year.
Huge. Well, the weather was in the 90s all day long, right? Low 90s all day. So you knew that it was going to be a big crowd. Whenever the weather's that nice, you're guaranteed a big crowd, and there was a huge crowd there. I don't know did you read what the
I did not read
Total
what the number was, but I had to been, I don't know what. Well, it was over 1,000 people.
over
I
1,000.
think it was 2,000.
I don't know. I just I don't have a grasp of
far as
estimate.
So that lot was full.
It was.
That big lot. It was
was a big
out,
lot.
up to the outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I
It was
wasn't.
over. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot of people,
As far as the eye can see.
Yeah,
naked people. As far as
there
the
were
eyes.
a lot of naked people.
Yes.
I mean, I would say easily the majority of the people in that ride are naked these days.
Yep.
I mean, actually, there's a percentage with some sort of costume or playful costume on.
Costumes are fun. I think the aspect of the naked bike ride should be more explored. The costume thing, like
Yeah, I like the costume thing. I like that. I mean, and then there are us who are we're there as professional observers. That's what I
yes,
consider myself.
I think so too.
I'm in the bike industry,
Yeah.
and I've been to those it was the 20th year and the 20th anniversary, and I think I was at the first one or the second one. I was at very early on ones when it was just bike messengers and.
The outcast of the city, the
Yeah,
bike crowd of the city.
Yeah, it was primarily like people from I don't know if it's necessarily from the Federation, but they were usually pretty like big bike advocates from around the city.
What's the Federation?
There used to be something called the Chicago Bicycle Federation. Now it's called Active Trans. So that used to be the Chicago Bicycle Federation.
Okay.
And in my lifetime, at some point, probably, I think it was maybe in the early 2000s, they became the Active Transportation Society, which was more encompassing of transportation, walking,
Yeah.
biking, now scooters and all that other stuff. Now
Oh, I think we are talking about the same place. They make sure the bike paths. I mean, the bike lanes are made and stuff, right?
I don't know that they make sure that it is, but they advocate on behalf
that's what that is.
of
Yep,
Chicago
yep.
cyclists, and they have a lot of influence.
Who does the bike to drive? Are you guys doing the bike to drive this year?
That's Active Transportation. Oh, yeah, so that's
Fifth Third, right? Them and Fifth Third do it together.
Was that, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you get us in for free?
Oh no, I don't work for Fifth Third.
Oh, I'd do it for free anyway.
Yeah, just sneak on.
Yeah,
We should.
Well, because we're part of we're in the business.
bike society. We're in the business.
We're in the business.
Hey,
Don't
hey,
pay
hey.
into that.
I, fix
I don't
all
need
their
I don't need a
bike.
pass. I'm in the business.
I'm in the business. I fix their bikes all year long.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a de facto on the road repair person because if there's somebody with a flat, we're always stopping to fix people's bikes.
True.
It's not like we blow up by people. Hey, you need help?
I went for the first time
You'll
last
stop.
year.
And we're like almost like undercover repair guys.
Hey, maybe that should be a thing we do. Undercover repair guys.
You want to do that at
Yeah,
Active Trans? No. Okay, so let's do that at the Bike to Drive if the weather's good. I don't like
disguise.
riding if the weather's really disgusting.
Full disguise.
Mustaches. We get big mustaches and wigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Katie Lonke. You're listening to the Bills Shop Society podcast.
Where do you guys fall in milk?
I don't. Milk's for baby cows, man.
I just started drinking it again.
Did
It
you
feels
really?
so fucking strong.
Regular milk, huh?
Just regular milk. I didn't drink it for probably a decade,
Mm.
I don't
and
drink-
only in like the last month have I started drinking it again.
You like it?
It's an experiment.
I'm not big into milk.
I'll just put it in a little bit in a smoothie.
Mm.
I don't like slug milk.
That raw milk is pretty good though.
Where are you gonna get that?
You can get it at Trader Joe's.
Unpasteurized?
Yeah, it's like
No
it's just,
fucking
it's just
way.
like I don't think it's it has like a film that makes it the bottom. It makes a yogurt film on the top. It's good.
Would you drink it straight from the cow?
I have.
Would you?
Would I have? Yes.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, they do that. There's this thing. What's that? They
They squirt you in the mouth with it.
no.
See
They
that?
make like they light it on. Not they don't light it on fire, but they mix tequila with it.
Really?
Yeah, you never
In
had
Mexico?
that? Yeah, they do it with the cow and they do it with the goats too.
I don't know.
They do
Really?
it out here. You can hire someone. You can hire someone to come to your house with a goat in the morning, and they'll serve you up some of the milk and put tequila in there, and you drink it.
Who? Like somebody
brother-
at your block
business
or
No,
what?
no. My brother knows someone. Dude. You wanna do it one day? We can do it. We can all just meet up and get drunk in the morning.
Really? Can we do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
So a little.
Why the morning? Specifically the morning?
It's like a breakfast thing, I guess. I don't know. I've
This
never.
motherfucker puts a goat in his car, like his Honda
He has like a
Civic.
little- he
and
has like a little trailer. He
And he
comes to your house.
and he comes to your house.
He'll come to. Yeah, he could come to your house, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, and I guess usually they do it like in like people's garages, I guess, and they squirt they squirt the milk into a cup, and then they
Yeah.
put tequila in there, and they make some sort of cocktail or something, and you drink it, and I guess it's really good.
Really?
Yeah, it's.
It-
I've never had it, but it looks good. I've seen people have photos of it. My brother did it a bunch of times. And I was like, "What is that?" I want to try it.
Your brother did this?
Yes, and he's like, "Yeah, you can just order him. He comes to your house."
This is like legal in America, or is this
I
just
don't
something
know.
on the side?
I don't.
Like,
I don't know, but it looks good, Joe.
Really?
Yeah.
This might be a like side, but I would bankroll something like that. We get ourselves some nice Sprinter vans, a
You
thing,
got a healthy goat?
big logo, a goat. We partner up with the guys from Casamigos or something.
There you go.
George Clooney, the three of us, George Clooney, a goat.
Yeah.
Rolling up to a house in Summit,
Right? We do some promotion around town.
flinging the door
George.
open, the goats are running loose.
I love you, George.
Look,
What
see,
the-
look. How do you pronounce that, Joe?
A pajarete.
Read it. What is it? What is it? What's a pajarete?
A pajarete is a party and Mexican drink made of chocolate, coffee, high proof alcohol, and raw milk from goats and cows.
Yes.
And this
Good
is
as fuck.
for breakfast.
Yeah, you just get. You think you're having coffee, chocolate,
Well, it's a party and Mexican drink, so it's a
but
party drink.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
Typically,
It's
in
like
the
morning. Yeah.
Wow. So this is like maybe an all nighter or something.
Yeah, I guess if you're partying all night and then
That'd be nice in the morning with some churros,
Oh,
There you go. Yeah.
yeah.
right?
And you'll take a
Yeah.
nap.
It looks really good, guys. I'm down.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
It actually looks good. Like something I wouldn't mind drinking.
It looks delicious.
Right?
Yeah, like a milkshake.
See, look, he's
It's like a milkshake.
He's straight up. Well, you guys can't see it, but he's putting it. He's like, straight up the cow. You'll have to show you a video real quick. You're not gonna be able to see the video, but if you,
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on.
okay.
Wow, this made the whole podcast worth it. I don't know what survived ahead of this, but the pajarete thing. Whoa.
I've always want to try it. If you guys want to do it, I want to do it.
Well,
I'll call my brother.
This is an
Text him.
event.
Yeah.
Get the information. I want to know.
Okay.
We'll this is going to take a little planning. Maybe we do a whole podcast and everything around it. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And then we ride our bikes down to Starved Rock.
We do the paella at Starved Rock.
At Starved Rock.
Pajarete at Starved Rock.
Yeah, we'll do paella at Starved Rock too. But to start the Starved Rock ride, we start with that in the morning, right? Because that's typical morning drink. That's when you have that.
That's fucked. All right. Down.
Would you do it?
Down, yeah.
Yeah. Starved Rock ride? Do you do it?
I'm not gonna do a pajarete in the morning, dude. We're gonna get wasted and we're not gonna
start riding.
We're not gonna make.
I'm gonna make it,
When did you become a prude?
Bro, we're gonna get dehydrated. It's milk. It's milk and alcohol.
Milk hydrates you.
No, it doesn't.
It does. It hydrates you faster than water, dude.
That's a lie, dude.
Swear to God. Dude.
That's a lie.
I just read all about it.
No, it doesn't. Who? That's some milk propaganda, bro.
I heard it anecdotally and then I looked it up. It's true. Allegedly.
Milk is better than Gatorade.
Here we go.
Luego le ponemos tantito café.
Café.
Luego le ponemos alcohol.
¿Tequila o
Alcohol.
alcohol?
So there's a
¿Te gusta
gentleman
fuerte o bajito? ¿Cómo?
Fuertecito está bien, a
preparing
medio.
this in Mexico.
Pero es muy fuerte el alcohol. Yo creo con eso.
Ah, pues sí, está bien.
Sí. Traen
The
encendedor.
guy who's
¿sí?
getting it is like, oh, that's a lot of alcohol. That's really
Digo
strong.
allí. A ver si tienen allí alguno.
Whoa! So he burns off some of the alcohol with what you're hearing is a lighter. This is like really high proof alcohol.
¿Sí? ¿Está prendido?
Sí, está prendido. Ahí está prendido.
And at the bottom of the glass, there's like instant coffee, some
Vámonos.
sugar.
I would be drunk from one drink.
Oh, I mean, even it's strong if the guy down in Mexico is like,
There's the cow right there.
he's like, no, that's really powerful alcohol.
Que salga.
Oh, dude.
Oh, and now they're milking the cow.
Holy shit! Look,
Oh, it's still on fire.
It's on flames, and he's putting.
Oh, and he puts out the fire with the milk of the cow.
That's badass.
Okay,
Hasta
so
Costa Rica se va este. ¿A dónde?
Oh, and it makes it because it's hot. It gets foamy.
Muchas gracias.
it's
Con
like-
copete
yeah,
y
it's
todo.
like
warm.
Ah, gracias.
Wow, that looks fantastic.
Sí. Ah, pruébalo, le va a encantar.
Wow, that is okay. So
So does that fire pasteurize the milk?
I don't think there's any pasteurization straight out of the cow and into his mouth. You know, it might as well be laying underneath the cow. But so what you heard was at the beginning, the guy was preparing the glass and he put some sugar in there, some cinnamon, some coffee, and then he poured some high proof alcohol. It looked like, something made in a still, but it was enough to scare the other guy that was there, and he's like, "That's really strong. I think I'm good. I'm good with just a little bit, not because the guy was ready to pour like half a glass, and then he lit it on fire, right?
Yeah. And then he walked.
Then he walks over under a cow and he starts milking the cow into the glass, and there's like a blue flame going until the milk extinguishes the fire.
And
And then he hands it to the guy to drink, right?
it was foamy looking.
It was all
delicious.
foamy. It looked really good.
It looked phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I would goat's milk, huh? Because it's a little goat that they use here.
Yeah,
They don't
they-
use a cow.
I'm sure we could find somewhere to get a cow. We would have to go to the cow, but the goat might be able to come to us.
I just met a guy with a cow.
Did you really?
Yeah, he's in Barrington.
We're not going to go all the way up. I'm sure we can find a cow between here and Joliet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a cow somewhere or a goat.
Yeah.
For sure there's goats.
I'll talk to my brother and see if he could set it up.
Text him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll talk
You don't have to text him right now. Be weird.
Hey,
Really
man.
late.
We want to have a party.
Hey, well, tell me about that goat.
Hey, where's the guy with the goat?
You know what? Find out more about it. I
I'm
think
sure
that's
it's
something
like that. Like, hey, where's the guy with the goat at
Yeah,
right now?
yeah.
Tell him to come here.
Here, I'm going to send you his contact, and you're going to get a contact like Cesar.
So, yeah, we'll maybe I'll tell him about the pajarete and we'll do it.
I'd be interested. Yeah, I mean, I think
You want him to come to the bike shop?
I think
Check
that's the
it out.
kind of thing that we have to do with. I wouldn't mind hosting him at the shop.
Show up early and
It'd be sweet to do it do it before a ride. I'm not kidding.
That would be nice.
Nice morning ritual before hitting the road.
I think it'll be fine with a goat in Willow Springs. I mean, they let horses there all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, there's horses out in my parking lot. I don't know why they're
They're not going to
what are they going to complain about a goat? It's a private party.
They're not going to bad.
We're not abusing the goat or anything.
They might ask you for a drink is all.
Yeah, really. They're participating. I mean, the goat is,
You think it's safe to drink?
I don't know. We can Google that, I guess.
I guess we'll find out in, 30 minutes after we
Oh,
leave on
geez, we might be halfway, 2 hours away from the shop.
just shit my pants.
Oh, could just be a horrible scene, but regardless, we document it. We'll be fine. So,
All right.
be good content.
I'll let her know. We'll get in contact.
All right. So we didn't talk anything about so we had a good time at the Naked Ride, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we should start wrapping this up because
It's late.
It's late. You got to go to work, and we know where to find each other. We'll do this more often.
Yeah.
This is great.
I mean, it was a good, I think it was a good impromptu thing that we did, We'll see if there's anything useful on this.
yeah,
Everybody says that. And then you listen, like you're telling me earlier about that show you watch about that couple hanging out and cooking. People love this stuff.
hmm
They truly do.
yeah. I hope so. I
Yeah.
mean, these are just bike shop guys, and we've had a lot of fun in the bike shop, but we also have fun outside the bike shop, and I guess we would sit around and talk about this kind of stuff at the bike shop too. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all banter. It's all good stuff.
yeah,
You don't have an opening, but do you do a closing?
I do have a closing. I'll put it into edit.
Okay. It's in
I'll
post.
lay the music in there. But yeah, Naked Ride was fun.
Naked Ride was amazing.
Brought us back together again. Beautiful night. Lots of people out there. Chicago looked beautiful that night, as always. Right?
Did.
Great community, great
Mhm.
people. Party would have kept going had it not rained.
It was
Actually, it was just getting started.
it really
It
was.
was just getting started. It was a fun crowd out there, and the people that tend to stay late, they're it's also a lot of like the people that put on the event,
Mhm.
so they're ready to just cut loose a little bit too.
Yeah, certainly. Their work's done.
Yeah,
They did another successful one.
Well, you know what it's like to do a show, so
Yeah.
you know how relaxed it is. It's
Oh,
finally it's done. Everyone's gone. You're still in one piece.
Mhm.
So,
The miracle of it all.
yeah. I think we're going to cut it off here. We'll have the opportunity to revisit again. I hope to make this a little bit more regular, and it's just been an opportunity to talk to you guys and get you guys on the show. So it's been a lot of fun.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you, Ed. Thanks for agreeing to
be on your show
and stay out this late. Yeah,
This is great.
Charlie,
Thank you,
thanks
Joe.
for hosting.
Absolutely.
Charlie,
All
yes,
right.
thank you, Charlie.
Welcome anytime.
You know what? Let's promote your things, the things you have going on. What do you got going on?
Just go to check me out on the website. My website's charleshenry.space. You can see everything I'm working on.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can link there you can link there to everything. And you, Ed?
I mean, if you're into metal detecting or something, or
Mm-hmm.
go to follow me on TikTok, Night Owl Metal Detecting. Sometimes I find some pretty cool stuff.
Night Owl.
Yeah, Night Owl Metal
Are
Detecting.
you on Instagram as well?
I am.
Same
I am.
thing.
Eddie Diggs.
Eddie Diggs.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
I'm just literally just going around Chicago,
Yeah.
just finding
That's
some
cool.
pretty cool things. I've
Eddie.
yeah.
EDDIE, or how do you spell it on Instagram?
EDDIEDIGZ or S.
S? You got S? You got S?
I was able to get the S.
Oh, nice. Good. Congratulations. So Eddie Diggs on Instagram and
Night Owl Metal Detecting on TikTok.